gonna Mandela him into a world where this is how people pee.
I'm still convinced that I'm peeing and pooping wrong, so all it would take was one person.
Steve and Jason met while co-hosting one of the first podcasts ever, hundreds of miles away from each other, but bonded through the magic of the internet. Since the end of that podcast in 2023, the geeky guys decided to keep on hanging out and keep podcasting, because still after all these years, Steve and Jason are having a real fun time.
So you know that I've been out of work for some time now. I guess it's going on 5 months. And still currently looking for work. In that time, my wife has also, sucks to compare it to her because she has lost a job and gotten another one. So way behind in my quota as far as that goes.
How do you sleep at night?
I think I sleep better than she does, which again,
I guess that tracks.
Not great. It's, it is what it is. She's much more outgoing than I am. And she also had a job where she was forced to keep in contact with a lot of people at a time. She was a project manager. So she just inherently has a big network of people that she knew and could lean on for advice and job leads and everything. And also they think that she's awesome. So that helped. The tons of people wanted to hire her after she lost her job. It's like, oh yeah, we totally want to bring you on. Let me see what I can do.
I don't want to make this too simple, but maybe you should just try being more awesome. It worked for your wife.
Well, see, that's what I'm working on now. But unfortunately, I lost the job before I could get more awesome. So now nobody knows I'm awesome, and I can't tell anybody I'm awesome. I get on LinkedIn and just try telling people, hey, I'm awesome. Hire me. It's just like, yeah, but do I trust you? And I'm like, well, ask that guy. He knows I'm awesome. It's like, no, I don't have any guys like that. No guys know I'm awesome.
I'll tell people you're awesome. I'm good at lying on social media.
Will that get me anything?
Uh-huh.
Does your word carry any weight?
Depends on the circles.
Okay. At this point, I'm willing to join any circle. So open your circle. Let me in.
Problem is, Jason, I still don't know exactly what you do, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, what's neither here nor there is that what I did before is not exactly what I want to do anymore, but it also could be because I'm open to it. So I don't know what I do. That's really the problem. Anyways, all of that said, the other night we are getting ready for bed. And at some point, my wife has gotten into bed or I've gotten into bed and the other one joins them shortly thereafter. And then we get into bed and my wife goes to sleep and I watch something on the iPad for another hour and a half before I go to sleep. So this time she was already in bed and she's looking over something on her phone and she starts talking to me and I'd say, okay, I know this is going to be something like something I need to put on my calendar or something to keep in mind for the future, because that's when all this stuff seems to come up. And she starts saying, looks like on LinkedIn, there's a webinar if you'd be interested about kind of finding your path forward and finding a new career path if you so choose. And it could be handy, you just sit in and see what they have to say. Couldn't hurt anything. And normally I'd be thinking, I really don't want to do that, but I appreciate you bringing that up. I appreciate you wanting to help me. And so, yes, I'll check that out. But in this case, instead, all I could think was, okay, actually, I'll say it exactly as I said it to her, and this will reveal the problem at the same time. So she says all these things, and I say to her, yes, that sounds great. I'll look into it. I appreciate that help. That's what I want to say. But really, all I can say to myself right now is I can't get my fucking pants off. Like I'm thinking I want to be this person that can be better and look ahead and, has worked on themselves in some way and they're ready to get that next job. But all I can think is, oh shit, I tied a not too good on my pants and now I can't get them off. So would I hire me? Nope, probably not. So that's where I was at. And she, of course, she snapped out of trying to help my husband find a job mode and went into, do I need to help you? Do you need me to turn the light on?
Oh, that's more supportive than I thought she was going to be. I thought it'd be straight to like, why did I marry this man-child? I'm awesome. He's stuck in his pants.
Yeah, no. I'm sure that's going through her mind. She's not going to verbalize it, but yeah, that's absolutely got to be tucked away in there somewhere. So I was gracious. I accepted the help. I said, yes, please turn on the light. So she did. And I could see then the mess of tangle that I had made of my own pants and said, well, there you go. That's the problem. I don't know what the hell I did.
Okay, well.
So I sat down and struggled with that for a bit longer and got it undone. Literally rid myself of those shackles. I threw them across the room. Be gone, pants. And then got ready to get into bed. And again, thanked her for, I appreciate that. I was not trying to seem ungrateful, but I really could not get my pants off. And that is a kind of a metaphor for my life right now. She's like, I hope you don't see it that way, but I also understand.
I mean, it makes sense, though. Like, it is a situation that no man likes to be in. It's very uncomfortable. We don't, pants are these horrible things that we hate, but we need to wear. And then when we can't get them off, it's not good.
I mean, because it makes you seem infantile and not in a good way. Like, oh, man, dad farted. He's totally like a kid, isn't he? Not like that. Like, I don't know why my pants won't come off. Can someone help me with these pants? That is not somebody that has their ducks in a row says.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Do you need track pants?
These were my joggers. So they tie. I'll blame half of it on me and half of it on the pants. These pants are, I've worn them a lot. They've been well worn since I got them, which, was during COVID, I believe. And, the strings on the drawstrings are really like fraying. So they're not all together. So that was part of the problem, but it's really just, I've done this before, and full disclosure, I've peed on myself before because I couldn't. I'm not saying it gets better from here. I mean, it's not that much worse, but I got up from doing something and realized, oh no, it's one of those like, I haven't got up in a while and everything shifted just right to where, okay, you need to pee like now. Go pee, go. Oh, you're peeing. And I got into the bathroom and I started undoing them, and I pulled one string so hard, I guess I knotted it instead of undid it. And I looked down, I was like, oh no, oh God. And they were tight. And so I tried to pull them past my hips just so I could get something down so I could pee. And it didn't happen. And I definitely peed on the inside of my pants. I mean, it was one of those where you have the sensation. It just started happening because I loosened enough to do another task, and the pee started coming out, and it definitely again got on the inside leg before I cut it off again. I was like, nope, okay, hold it. Stop peeing on yourself. I said to myself out loud. Nobody else is in the house. That's good. I said that out loud to myself. I said, stop peeing on yourself. Get these strings. I mean, I honed in like I've not done maybe since, I don't know, on one thing. Like, I got to be laser focused on holding in my breath. So I hold in the pee and getting this thing untied. And I did finally. So it's happened before. It's not regular, but it has happened regularly enough that it's a worry I have every time I untie my pants. Like, will this be another time when I get stuck?
So this won't help you given the fact that those are joggers, but I was in a similar situation where I was wearing a swimsuit, and I was at the beach with my family and a bunch of family friends. So there were kids and church friends and people that I did not want to see my butt. So I made sure that I tied those drawstrings good. I did a very good job. My scoutmaster would be proud. And then I spent a bunch of time out on the ocean putting out or pulling in crab pots, something like that. And I get in and I'm like, man, I gotta pee so bad. So I run into the bathroom and I'm jiggling with the thing, and I had done too good a job. I was hoisted by my own petard. But a good Boy Scout always is prepared. So I grabbed the bottom of my pants, I pulled it up, took my unit out, worked it around, and just peed with one leg. One leg of my swimsuit pulled all the way up. And I'm like, yeah, see, this is good. This makes sense. This might be my new thing. And then somebody walked in while I was doing that. And so I'm just like, I'm going to let him just wonder if he's been doing it wrong his whole life.
Yeah, if there's a single person, you can fake this.
I'm gonna gaslight this man. We're gonna Mandela him into a world where this is how people pee.
I'm still convinced that I'm peeing and pooping wrong. So all it would take was one person to do one thing for me to in my presence. I'd be like, that makes so much more sense. Yes. And then I happen to do it with the door open and my wife walking by, and she's like, what the hell are you doing?
Why are you kneeling? That doesn't make any sense.
Why are your feet on the wall? Get down. Wait, are you trying to do a headstand? No, this is how people wipe. I've seen it.
Mike does it like this. Are you calling Mike a weirdo?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the. I understand that. I definitely in a swimsuit situation. Luckily, usually with the swimsuit, there's water involved, and it's like if I have to pee, that's just gonna happen, and it's gonna mix with whatever, and I'll be okay with it. That would not be as dire as dry in my own house in a half bathroom, just peeing on myself. It's like that's unforgivable.
Sober, like that's the important thing here. You were stone sober in the middle of the day, like nothing to blame this on but your own ineptitude.
Yes. I also don't drink enough that would ever be like a problem. The most I've done when I've been tipsy or drunk is fart. And I specifically remember when it happened. It was on New Year's. I get to a state where I'm definitely like feeling it. Like it doesn't take much. That's why I don't drink that much, because I have a super low tolerance. Probably because I don't drink that much, but also, I don't know, other factors about my physiology and whatever else. But so when I start drinking, and it's usually wine, I can feel it, and I can feel it start kicking in, and I'm like, oh, good. This is the fun time. I know what's happening, but nobody else has to know, and now I'm gonna be silly. And I start like falling over and whatever. And I fall over, and I'm just laughing at myself, and everybody else is laughing. So I'm like, oh, everybody's having a good time. Everybody's laughing, and I'm drunk enough to know that I shouldn't do this. I'm in public, but I'm also like, but I'm drunk, so it's gonna be funny. And so I farted. And again, everybody laughed even harder. And I'm just like, yes, the fart man striketh again.
Finally, all my years of training have paid off.
Basically. So, yes, there was no alcohol was to be involved in this case. This has just been sober ass man by himself. Again, I'll reiterate, I was the only person home in a half bathroom, which is the smallest bathroom in our home, peeing on himself. So in this case, when it happened with my wife questioning me, there was no pee involved. Like that was not the issue. It was just trying to end the day. Like that is my like final thing. I shirk the pants and I say, okay, this day is now off of me, into bed, and just relax. And I couldn't do that, so I could not end my day. I was like, I can't get this stupid day off of me.
So I want you to internalize this. I want you to take all that you've learned from taking your pants off and use it to find a job. This is your origin story. How did Jason become a world famous reggae star? Well, he took his pants off.
Or more accurately, he learned that when he took his pants off, the world opened up to him. And if his pants would not come off, adapt. Don't freak out like I normally would.
Don't swear at your wife because you can't get your pants off.
Just like you laughed when I cursed, because I don't curse that often. I think she did the same. I pride myself in being not a storyteller necessarily, but I relay information in a way that makes it entertaining, I think. And I made sure to emphasize really appreciate what you're doing for me, what you want. I want to do that as well. I want a job so badly. I want to get this behind me. And yet right now, all I can do is get my pants off. So I hit the F-bomb. That is when the laughter, I think it was even a snort. I think I may have even earned a snort. She's always surprised when she snorts. And I'm just like, I'm not. I'm that funny.
I'll make it happen.
Yes. If I can get my pants off. If not, ain't nothing happening.
Nothing funnier than Jason without pants on.
I was trying to think, when I was trying to think about telling the story, I was like, should I also add in, and this is not true, but should I add in that I was trying to have sex and so it made it even worse? I'm like, no, I don't think that adds anything to the story.
No, it kind of does, because then we're like, oh, that's why he couldn't get it up and over. He gave himself a roadblock.
Okay. Again, and this is not the case. This is not what this was about. This was literally just trying to get pants off and get in bed because the day's over. But that would have been, that might have been a situation where I actually just like tore them like Hulk style. Like, no!
This is so important to me.
Yes.
See, that's why I'm telling you, get a pair of track pants. You can just whip them right off.
What I'm saying is, before I get a job, I probably have some other problems to work on.
Jason, your family doesn't have time to wait for you to become a better man. You got to find a job and improve through on-the-job training.
Noted. I'll put that in my cover letter, my next cover letter.
I know I suck, but I'm committed to sucking less through this job.
Yes. You have no idea how badly I need this job. I promise to do whatever you want to improve once I get it.
I am excited to apply for this position, and I can assure you that I am now able to take my pants off 9 times out of 10.
Exactly. Yeah. I have seen helpful hints and everything on how to write your resume and your cover letter and saying, like, quantify everything.
Yeah.
So yes, I can get my pants off now 90% of the time. What does that have to do with the job? I have no idea, sir.
Whatever you want it to. I'm sure there's someone in the office who needs their pants off. I can help with that.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Steve and Jason Are Having a Real Fun Time. We hope you had a real fun time too. Please like us on whatever platform you found us on and, well, just like us in general.